Welcome to episode 8 of the Apex Insiders Den. I already lost track because it's been a couple weeks. I'm your host, Patrick Yapjoco, along with my co-host, Justino Jimenez.
Yo, what's up, everybody?
So, we had a ROC US Cup this weekend. Right?
Yep.
It was in Vegas, and I ran it, so I couldn't play in it. We had 24 people there. You were there, Kevin was there, Chris was there, even our two new guys. Everyone was there. From
we had quite a lot of people going.
Yeah. We had, it was only 24 players, but like I would say 18 or like probably like 18 of them were outside of Vegas.
Well, let's see, we had Jim, we had David.
No, I mean, you can just count the Vegas guys that were there.
Oh.
It was, I could count. It was Roland, Dustin, Julian, John, Freddie Jackson, and there was one more person. Yeah. He's a local guy. 6.
Yeah.
The rest were from. There was one guy from Utah. I think 3 or 4 from Washington.
Yeah.
There was like 2 or 3 from Oregon.
Yeah.
The rest were from California. So we had quite a bit from California. I think we had, for a U.S. Cup being in Vegas, there was a lot of
there was actually a lot of people from outside, outside the state.
So come to think about it, I should have just ran it here.
Think so?
Yeah, because then I would have gotten a minimum of 30. It's just
players,
just from the local players, because a lot of people just can't go to Vegas, right?
Yeah, I think was that the reason.
So, the reason. So why we did it there was because, everything's on the East Coast, right? So there's the ROC Cup is over there, Origins is over there, Gen Con is over there, Nationals is over. WizKids is based over there. So a lot of people on the West Coast are like, don't we get any love out here? So I lobbied pretty hard on the board. Hey man, can we do anything out here? So he said, okay, let's do a U.S. Cup and you run it out in the West. And I said, okay, well, where should we do it? And he said, well, if you can find a more centralized place. I mean, like I could do it in California, which is fine, but then we always do it in California, and we've come to the agreement that Vegas, in theory, was supposed to be a centralized place for the West Coast. It's more like it's like one half of the ROC Cup, so kind of like that because it's national, but it's supposed to pull people from like Oklahoma, Missouri, Colorado, Utah, New Mexico, Arizona, California, up all the way up until Washington and maybe even Canada, Oregon, all those, Idaho, all those states supposed to go because it's also a destination. It's not that expensive to fly there. Yeah, hotels are not that expensive.
Yeah, there's a ton
you
of
go with a bunch of people. You can bring a family.
Yeah,
it's just like here. It's just like how the attraction here when I try to get people to come out here is.
Yeah, you tell them Disneyland.
We have Disneyland.
Yeah.
It's 10 minutes away. You can come here, and then you can bring your family. You can play, and then they could go to Disneyland, right, or whatever.
You maneuver that right
but
there.
Then I said, so we decided, that's good. And also, Vegas has a pretty big player base, right? They have a ton of stores. They have a lot of good players. They've been playing for a long time. They have the best, like some of the best players on the West there. Dustin, Roland, and Curtis was the organizer that I was working with. But everyone was there. And they were all going to work together to bring people.
Yeah, I think how many local players then? If only 6, that's kind of
Well, they have
low, right?
They have, from what they were telling me, they have like 60 players.
Yeah, but where were all the 60 players?
They just
where were the other 54?
Well, like I said, the I was telling somebody they're a territorial group. So if someone's loyal to a store, they're not going to go play at another store. Because, and also, when I was talking to Roland, he was telling me a lot of them, they talk a big game. They were like, oh yeah, I signed up, they're all ready to go. But when the time comes, they don't want to play against competition outside of the store. Because they want to be as Roland put it, they want to be the big fish in the small pond, right?
Exactly.
So they don't want it. So, and he goes, until you guys venture out of the little pond, you don't ever talk to me. He was just, don't ever talk to me about you being good or puff your chest out about anything because
you don't come out.
You don't come out and play.
Yeah, exactly.
Fine. I understand that. I mean, we have a lot of people like that too at the store. We can get into that, but
yeah, we can do that too.
But the main thing is, they didn't show.
Yeah, they didn't.
It kind of sucked because it was a good event. A lot of people had a good.
No, yeah, nothing taken away from it, but it would have been kind of nice because I guess the atmosphere of having like the 50 plus people, and you're just like, oh my gosh, here where the next table is, just all crowded, and you see all the variations of teams. It's pretty nice, but yeah, I mean, it was still an awesome event. 24 people is still
so the competition was pretty fierce, I would say.
Yeah,
there was a lot.
Yeah, they came out swinging.
Oh yeah, Jay was there too from Middle Lab, so he's from Canada. So he was trying. I mean, he was saying he was trying to make up or revenge, a little payback for other people winning the. For Americans winning the U.S. The Canada Cup.
Oh, okay.
Canada Nationals.
Oh, okay.
Because it's been the last 3 years, I think, or no? Yeah, 3 years. 2014 was Nick Peterson. 2015 was Kenny Pena. 2016 is Kenji. Kaneshiro. 3 Americans that won the. Yeah. So Jay was like, "Okay, I'll come here and do it."
That's why they were pretty happy this year, right?
No. I just told you. 2014, 2015, 2016.
Oh, okay.
2014, Nick Peterson. 2015, Kenny Pena. 2016, Kenji.
That's pretty going on the home court.
Yeah, that's why he was saying, let me get some payback. He did good for himself, though. I mean, coming all the way over here. In, foreign territory by yourself, basically. And
yeah, I know, going just all...
Yeah, but he had a good team. He had a unique take on a Quinjet, which he said Aaron helped him build.
Yeah, okay, let's see. Is that what you want to bring up next?
Let's go over the... let's go to top 8 real quick.
Top 8? Yeah.
So, Matt Peterson
yep.
is the 8th place.
Mm-hmm.
And he's from Strike Force 5. That's just from Washington.
Oh, so
okay. He snuck in. He needed to win the last round to get in.
Uh-huh.
But he was playing Superman Blue with Brainiac, Nighthawk Prime, Ultron 7 drone. That's the one that counts as 125 points. It's the giant.
Oh, really?
The one in the red,
Oh,
jumpsuit.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that one.
The Atom, Pandora's Box with Sloth Relic, and then 4 ID cards. Shield, level 7, Wonder Woman, Green Arrow, Lex. And then he's got your usual suspects. Nick at 120. He has Lex at 50. He has Ellie Green Arrow, the 85.1. And then the 105-point Wonder Woman from the Batman and Superman.
The beast one.
The
Charge, Flurry, Battle Fury.
Yeah, but she's 11 attack. She's from the starter. Or the Fast Forces.
Fast Forces.
Yeah. She's really good.
Fast Forces?
I think so. Or maybe not.
It might not be because I looked at
right.
the one I had and it didn't.
You're right. It's I think it's 003 or something like that.
Yeah. Okay. It's from the little singles. Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. So there's some good stuff that come in there.
One booster.
So Matt actually has an interesting... I mean, if you break it down, it's basically Nighthawk Prime.
Yeah.
If you look... Okay, so Superman Blue, you take him out. Or you take him out in Brainiac, and that's Mary Marvel.
Yeah.
So he has the same kind of move that Tom...
Yeah.
Tom had Tom Kerr, but he doesn't. Instead of the TK that the Jean Grey has, he went for Ultron drone and the Atom for added firepower. I know the other one it's like a trick, right? You can see it, but this one it's a little harder because the Atom can retaliate.
Yeah,
drone can call it. You
divvy up the
there's a drone now instead of just.
Yeah, because with the one when we were playtesting the Superhero Showdown, if nobody's watched this, when we played it, Mary Marvel was just pretty much her by herself, and I guess that's one of the things I was thinking, like, what if we brought that down and say put Nick, but Superman Blue, what does he have top click?
At 125?
Yeah, what does he have? I'm trying to look. Let's see.
He's got. I know this one.
Well, I know he's not going to be pulsed.
Well, I know you can't be pulsed, so that's like the main. That's the main thing. But usually, you're playing him at 50.
Yeah. So I've never seen him.
So that's kind of cool because you don't really see that.
Let's look at him. What's he got? Superman.
So he's got 7 clicks. First of all,
that's pretty big.
And he can use Force Blast and let's see here. Oh, he has that wait. That's not Superman trait, but he has. It's running shot, energy explosion, deflection with a 3 damage. So it's basically almost the same dial as the 50.1.
Mm-hmm.
Just that stats are a little different, but the powers are the same.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder why not just go with Prob or someone, right? I mean, well, I guess he's mobility, but
yeah, remember he has Brainiac on him. So on that, Brainiac's going to be upping. So he has energy explosion and blast. Yeah, that's pretty good. And he'll up his damage to 4.
Yeah.
And then if need be, he can actually he has Empower. So because like obviously they might need to get close because he has deflection, so they have to get close.
That's where he's got Wonder Woman.
Yeah. Because because you need to base Nighthawk. Right,
so they're going to come up.
So you need to come up close. So his Empower is actually going to help.
Yeah.
Nighthawk, Wonder Woman, whoever they call in, right?
Yep. So
that's actually a pretty good move. I wonder how his games went. I wish I would have featured him on the.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Just before we get any further, we have. I uploaded all of the videos.
Yeah.
Actually, all of them up now. So it's round 2, 3, 4, 5, top 8. Top 4 and finals. So I uploaded 7.
Nice.
7 videos up on our page, and it's youtube.com/Majestix1010. Or you could just look up Majestix HeroClix on YouTube, and then you just look at the playlists. Please like, share, subscribe.
Yeah.
We always have a lot of new content on almost a daily basis.
Yeah, comments. Let us know your comments, ideas, anything you guys want us to post.
The main focus here is a high level play.
Yeah.
So we'll be analyzing a lot of that, but we do have there's a playlist up right now that has all the videos. You guys can check it out, and we also have Superhero Showdown, which
we're gonna
episode 4 is coming up. It's being uploaded as we speak.
Yeah.
So it just takes a while because my internet. So we're still on.
You gotta go to Starbucks to get it up.
We're in 14.4 dial up, guys.
Geez. Well, then we're possibly going to be shooting the next Superhero Showdown. Probably next day.
We'll be focusing on Easton's team, which we'll be getting to later.
Yeah.
But okay, so
let's see. Seventh place. Corey Henry, Quinjet. With the resource, Ultron 6.
Okay, so it's my team. It's basically my team.
Oh, yeah.
He changed. I think he said he changed. Because he was telling me, he's like, I just changed
Green
one
Arrow.
thing.
Is Green Arrow in there?
So the Green Arrow is the main thing. I think he doesn't have... Does he have Winter Soldier on there?
No, I don't see it.
Yeah, that's what he was telling me, that's a change. Because obviously you can't play Nova, so you make a Black Canary. So that's already a given. You're going to do that.
Yeah.
But he said he picked Green Arrow over...
Bucky.
That's fine. It's just preference.
It's just preference. Bucky's going to give you the shape change, no shape change. And then Green Arrow's got his bag of arrows. So, I mean, it's one for another. Both good solid pieces. All right, let's see. 6th place, Roland. Krang, Justin Saper, Baxter Stockman, Ultron 6. The standard
is it standard?
Team.
Yeah. So
standard Krang team.
This was actually, I think, the first... I don't know if it's him or Colt Baldridge that came up with this list first. But they're very similar. Colt won the regional.
Yeah.
But Roland won Utah States with this.
Oh, okay.
And Roland's the captain of Team Vegas, and he's one of the top players, and he's also one of the top organizers and enablers over there in Vegas. But he played your, we say the cookie cutter stock list of Krang.
The original Krang team, right?
This is basically a... so his choices are Ultron, Drone, Sloth, and Wrath. And he's got shield levels on Batman. You're almost always going to play shield level 7.
Yeah.
The Batman could be Nightwing. It could be Black Canary.
Yeah,
it could be all kinds of stuff. Yeah. But he chose Batman.
Level 7 is the ideal. And then
he plays a very... He plays it a lot more conservative.
He's more conservative
than I've seen some people play, because he does the hit, hit and run.
Oh, he just.
I don't know. I know that's like a strategy, but he does it, I think, better than I've seen other people, because he does a really good job of
protecting himself.
Yeah, he does a really good job of that.
Yeah,
I was watching him play against Kevin and other guys. Like, he does a really good. The spacing is really good.
I noticed when he was playing Kevin, he had to hide in specific corner where Kevin had to use his resources. He had an action token, the drone, to get a hit through. Off.
But he has a good job of getting something significant and coming back and then healing with back. It's really good.
And he picks probably good choices to weaken the team too.
Yeah,
he's He's very experienced.
So this one is okay. So let me tell you a story about
what story is this?
So this is at the round 5. Okay, he's playing Chris Flores.
Oh, we're talking about this story.
Okay, so Chris Flores has a crank team too, but he is 100% against stock crank list. Aside from playing really bad or getting atrocious rolls, when I say atrocious rolls, you have to roll
3 crit misses,
or like rolling a 3.
Yeah,
because you're gonna need a 4. That's basically it.
Yeah, so crit misses and 3s.
So
Aside from
that, the crank team, the regular crank team, I would say cannot win because number one, the main reason is Chris gets to go first.
Well, Chris Flores' team.
So he's playing.
His team. What's his team? His is the one that won.
California States.
Beat me.
Yeah, California States. He played. His team is Krang. It's a robot theme.
Yeah, robot theme.
It's Krang, Ultron 18.2, Mercury, and then the Colossal Retaliators, Brimstone and Solaris. And then he still has two ID cards, which are Nightwing and Shield level 7. And then instead of Pandora's Box, it's Rock of Eternity.
Yeah, Rock Eternity. There you go.
So he plays. So it's the last round, and he's like,
"I got this.
I get to play Roland."
Yeah, and
he's basically in.
He's how many Krang teams has he beat? Right.
So he's like I said, he hasn't lost to it.
Yeah.
So he has he's excited because good, he's basically saying he has a bye. His attitude was he has a bye into the top 8 because there's no way he's going to lose to this team because he can't beat it because there's a strategy. Like we had actually already thought about this, constructed this team and the strategy against a Krang team.
Yeah.
Already. Yeah, because Krang is Chris is also part of Majestix Apex Predators. So So they're playing. Obviously, he wins the map roll. He's +5.
Mm-hmm.
So he's playing. They're on Manhattan Bridge, and then the play is this always. It's you TK the Ultron drone out so that the next. So you keep your first turn immunity because a regular crank team, can hit on the other side of the map in one turn.
Yeah. So
you don't want that to happen.
You don't want a power action. You just free action take a
no, you don't free
lust.
action. No, you just I don't it's not a free action.
Or the beginning of turn.
Yeah, because if it's a free action,
okay. So you begin a turn, you attach because you're setting up for the.
Right. So he goes TK Ultron drone 18.2, and he TKs him to a point to where if the other crank player
creeps out
passes, then he can sidestep up, call in Nick, get a perplex from somebody, and then one shot safer.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So then now the other crank is doing nothing because he can't get across the map, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he does that, and 99.9% of the time the crank player will kill that drone. 100%. Or I would say 100%. It's like 99.9, but every game he's played, they've done it because there's no way.
What did Roland do?
He attacked him.
He killed the drone.
So there's two things that can happen. They pass, lose their safer, and then now they lose to Krang because they lose to Chris because Chris has TK and Krang, whereas the opponent only has a Krang because you need safer to get there. So anyway, the other option is you kill that and then you get retaliated by the drones, by the robots, either Brimstone or Solaris. But if you do that to Roland or like another Krang player, they can't retaliate.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. So anyway, he calls him out. And then he's like, okay, let's see this. Okay, out comes Ultron drone, calls in Nick, boom, kills 18.2. Chris is like, perfect. This is the perfect opportunity. So he does that, and then Roland sidesteps back to the corner. He's like, all right, I'm safe. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
So what happens is, this is exactly what Chris wants. All right. See, it sucks. Like I'm giving the tricks of the trade, but it doesn't matter anymore. So, and this happens every 100% of the time that the drone gets hit. The game is over the next turn.
Because you have to. Really, your only chance is to hope that they miss or hope that they don't do what Chris did, right?
Yeah. So he goes, all right. So Solaris comes out Goes over, Colossal retaliate. Sure. Hits, miss, doesn't matter. Okay, so let's say hits. He tokens the guys, whatever.
Yeah.
But what he does is now he's within 10 of Seyfert.
Mm-hmm.
So what he does on that turn is now he has enough tokens. He has enough tick-ups from the Rock of Eternity to where he has Envy or Wrath. Yeah. Because that's tokens. It takes like 2 or 3 tokens.
Yeah.
So now he has sidestep. So what happens is he sidesteps up, picks flight, sidesteps up, carries Mercury. Now they're close. So now he's with 2 squares. That's enough for him to... He needs to get 2 squares out. But he can't do that without getting hit by Crank. So you need to do something about it. So what he does is Solaris comes out, outwits Justin Seyfert's outwit. Or not outwit. The fist power that allows Crank to do his thing, right? The Sentinel power. So he does that. And you're thinking, okay, well, Seyfert can just outwit it back. Or Baxter, no. Because he's Quintessence. So... okay, well, the other option is, how about we just kill, Solaris, right? No, not so fast there, because if he tokened the drone from his retaliation, which you only need 5, the drone has 2 tokens, he can't attack, number 1. Number 2, Baxter and Seyfert, how are they going to attack? They can't do anything. Yeah. You have to use the attack on... You have to use Krang's attack. But you're 10 squares away, so Krang has to use a power action to charge. Yeah. Right? So he has to charge. Let's say he does hit Solaris. Justin's not next to him anymore. He can't go across the map because if he carries him, he can't power action. If he just leaves him alone, he's stuck. So what you're supposed to do, so what he does, he outwits and he says, okay.
So it forces you to hit Solaris.
Forces, right? So this is like a rock and a hard place. This is another, this is HeroClix minutia, but I'm going to explain like just the intricacy of how the matchup goes and how deep the strategy can get into this game. It's very much like chess.
This is a checkmate.
Like, this is basically, so Chris is setting up the checkmate in like 3 moves. Okay. So he goes, all right, perfect. So Roland says, okay, well, I'm just going to wait. So he clears.
So he doesn't hit Solaris.
Doesn't do anything. So he just clears. Oh, okay. Right? So he's all right. Perfect. And sidesteps away from Solaris because now Solaris is outside of the outlet. He says, all right, well, doesn't matter. Because now on Chris's turn has the Alpha Strike.
Yeah, he already ticked up.
So now, he's ready to go.
He's got the charge flurry showing.
So all he has to do is move 2 squares with Solaris, which he does. And now he's within 10 of Krang. Krang has Imperv. All you have to do is outwit the Imperv. And then you TK. Chris TK's Krang. And then Krang goes Colossal. And then charges 7 squares. Or he'll go sidestep, charge 7 squares after he's TK'd, right? He's going to go Colossal.
8, 10,
so he's going to 8, 10. So he's going to move 17. Plus he has the 3 square...
20 squares.
Yeah, basically. On his Colossal Giant Reach. Well, usually the Krang player is going to be playing objects. Yeah. So he can pick up an Ultra on the way. Yeah. So what the play is, you're gonna outwit Krang's Imperv. You TK, sidestep 2, pick Super Strength, and go Colossal. So no matter where you're at on the Manhattan Bridge, he's gonna hit you because there's no walls or nothing. Yeah. So he's gonna charge, pick up a Ultra Heavy. Smack the crap out of... and by the way...
It's Charge Flurry.
With Rock of Eternity, in case you guys don't know, on the second one of those paths, the close combat one, it's...
I think Hunters or whatever.
Yeah, it's Flurry for no tokens, Hyper 1 token, and I believe it's Plasticity or Mind Control or something on the 2 tokens.
Else. Doesn't matter.
So he has Flurry.
He has Flurry showing.
So he's going to charge hit Krang for...
Charge Flurry hit Krang.
Charge Flurry hit Krang. So let's say that Krang has reflexes, but he didn't pick +2, obviously, because he doesn't need. So he's a 20. Krang is now a 13, or if he doesn't put if he puts Sloth, it's a 13. It's a 13 and 20, 13 and 19, either one. So you go hit, but in this case, Roland didn't do He didn't do any.
He didn't pick up.
He didn't pick nothing. He's just like, I'm just like 18. So he goes up. So it's a 13 on 18. Needs a 5, right? Wow. So he's gonna hit, but what Chris didn't do is he forgot to outwit the imperv, even though he already planned it. Right? So he already planned it, missed it, and then he charges it, and I was watching this match and go, oh crap, shit. He missed he was planning it out, and he was so excited. You could see he's like, oh yeah, I got this. And then, because what you're gonna charge Flurry. You're gonna charge Flurry through the imperv. He's gonna die because he takes 7, and then the second attack's gonna kill him.
Yeah, and he didn't hit the second. I mean, he has a problem. Yeah,
right? He has a problem. So what happens is he needs like a 5.
Yeah.
At the most, you'll need a 7 with a problem on a Flurry, even if you're gonna kill him no matter what. Yeah. Because there's gonna be a lot of healing that they have to do, and then and then they have to get Colossal Retaliated on top of that. It's gonna be so. Anyway, he goes to hit. And as he goes charge, I see his face. He looks over at Solaris, and he looks down on the map and just shakes his head, and rolls. He rolls like he rolls like he rolls enough. It's like 7 or 8.
He accepted it.
So then Roland goes, okay, imperv rolls 6. So I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah.
Chris goes, all right, fine. Object's gone. All right, 5 attack damage on Krang again.
Yeah, hit the second one. Hit. Come on.
And then he goes, okay, imperv 6. That was it. So then he misses, and then next turn, Krang basically dies because now there's a Safer activation and then Krang regular. So it's just bam, bam, he's dead. I don't know if he got any points, but as soon as that happened, it was gone. And then Chris, was just like I could not believe. Like it was rough, man. Because he had that win and it was gonna be done, but he just it was bad, dude.
Yeah, I can't say. I mean, my match went actually somewhat similar against Dustin, but I mean, I could see how that's just.
So Chris was he was just like, dude, Roland, you owe me a drink, and Roland already knew. He was like, dude, I was dead, but you didn't outwit the because when you didn't outwit the Imperv, I thought you were gonna go after Baxter.
But then why would you go Baxter? Yeah.
No, well, he goes Baxter because if he can kill Baxter and Safer, then it's Krang 1-on-1.
Mm-hmm.
But then he has the 2 retaliators, right? That's what Roland was thinking. But then he didn't do that. I was like, oh crap. So anyway, they lose, and Roland gets in, and so that's why Roland gets in the top 8. But he, for all intents and purposes, should have lost that game. But you know what? Like I always say, like I was telling you, not making mistakes and not forgetting things is a skill. Yep. Doesn't matter what anyone says. Excuses tells me excuses on why you lost. Mm-hmm. One, it shows me 2 things. Number 1, you're bad at losing. Mm-hmm. Okay, so this is a whole other thing. You're bad at losing because you don't take responsibility or accountability for it's I just did. Fine, you want to say that, fine, but the fact of the matter is you forgot something. You made a mistake.
Put yourself in a position to lose. Yeah,
you put yourself in a position. Yeah, you put yourself in a position.
That's pretty much.
So it's a skill. So the fact that Chris, so Chris made a simple mistake, whatever. But let me tell you this though.
Simple mistake.
Chris,
the game.
Like when we test, I give him a lot of crap when he misses testing sessions. So he did not test as much. In fact, he probably played the Krang team once or twice since his win at ROC States.
And how many times did I tell him, what are you playing? What are you playing? What are you playing?
So that's another thing. So for like, he just missed that outwit. Well, you know what? That's part of the skill because if you were practicing and testing all the time or practicing the team, it in and out and it becomes automatic.
Yeah.
Then you're not going to make the mistake. Yeah, that's part where the skill comes in, and then also the hard work and the testing and the repetitive. Like, he knew that, but like I said, he's only played that twice since ROC States. So he was like, oh, I got this, I know. And then boom, sure enough, he made a mistake, lost.
Yeah.
Right? We're not like we're like Chris, we've already gone over this with him, so he understands. But that's how our mentality is when, on our teams. We have like, don't blame anyone but yourself. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like,
I blame myself for letting Kevin win. So,
you can blame them too. Yeah, you can blame.
You can blame me and Chris because we both lost to Kevin. So.
Yeah, so that's the other thing. Chris,
sorry, everybody, because I know you guys have probably been hearing. Yeah, Kevin
so that's another. That's another thing that I think people need to or players need to change their mindset too, because I hear this a lot. I heard this from a lot of players over there.
Oh, really?
All right? So I keep hearing,
well,
I lost because it was on me. I made a mistake.
Oh, it was on my fault.
It was on my fault.
It was on my fault.
And and then when I hear that, I'm thinking, well, number one, you have to play against an opponent.
Yeah.
It's not like you're just playing a solitary game and you just made a mistake.
Yeah.
The opponent has something to do with it. So that's number one.
Yeah.
Number two, it's not very tactful. It's not classy.
Yeah.
To say stuff like that, because it takes away from your opponent's.
Yeah, it's kind of saying that they pretty much suck, right?
Yeah, it's basically saying, you didn't beat me, I lost. That's not fair, because the opponent still had to play. They had to do something, and if you're taking away credit from them, that's bad.
He placed this way to kill you. He did this
exactly.
to kill
the
you.
decisions
so
he made. Yeah,
so what? He just fucking. You basically just quit. That's what you're saying, pretty much, right? That you decided.
And then so the other one is. I'll give you an example with one of our newer players. He said, I forgot this was a tournament and they were playing it was a warm-up tournament, and I forgot who he played, but he lost to him, and then he was telling me, well, I lost because I made a mistake, because I didn't do this, right? Mm-hmm. I didn't do that. So I was like, I watched the game, and I said, actually, if you did this instead, you wouldn't have put yourself in a position to where you had to make that mistake. Mm-hmm. So then that gives you a better chance of winning. But here's the thing about that: he didn't see that line of play, which means you didn't have the skill to see that line of play, so you were going to lose anyway because you were going to make that mistake. Yeah. One of the things I was telling Chris, and this is one of the ones when he lost to Kevin, the map screwed him, because he won the map and he thought being on an indoor map, he played Nick Fury's Safe House, was going to help him.
Yeah,
but then
it narrow down, tunnel it down, but it actually
because Kevin has Ultron 6 that can bust through walls. He doesn't. So, and he was like, at the end I made the wrong play because I didn't move here. I didn't do that, right? Well, I pointed that out. First of all, he didn't see that. I said, hey, if you move the drone, if you put Brimstone in front of Jean Grey, she can't TK the drone, and then he can't hit your crane, right? Yeah. He's like, I'm like, but aside from that, even if you saw that, the fact that you pick this map and not the Manhattan Bridge
right out the gate
put you in a position where you could make this mistake in the first place.
Yeah.
Right? So if he played the Manhattan Bridge, because Kevin's team does not have first strike capability. No. Right? It's TK8, calling a guy, and then shoot. That's if you do that for Nick, that's not really a first strike, because Nick only has a 10 range, so it's 8, 10, it's 20. You need to do 22 if you're in the back row, right?
And especially he has first strike.
Yeah, and exactly, Chris will have first strike because he has first turn immunity. Mm-hmm. So anyway, I was like, if you pick the Manhattan Bridge, you would have clear lines. You don't have to worry about the walls, and then you have clear shots and outwits with Solaris. And then you just outwit Green Gray's thing, and now they have to
move up.
Now they have to move up and try to attack him, and that slows down Migsy and all these things. So I'm like, you see, it wasn't that he missed the Brimstone placement; it's that he picked the wrong map in the beginning of the game, which led him to that point. So the lesson that I'm trying to, to convey is, yes, if you make a mistake, learn from it, but don't be so arrogant that you can't that you feel that you've seen every line of play you just didn't see. You just made a mistake because you forgot. A lot of times when I see players, when they lose, it's because they made a wrong decision, like on turn 1 or turn 2 or something like that, and then I'm like, well, now it's like turn 5 or 6, and now you've made your bed, and now you're trying to figure something out, and I'm like, well, if you did this instead on turn 2, then turn 6 looks different. Correct. So that's kind of what I hear that a lot, and I just roll my eyes when I do that. You get real, because I it's like, if I make a mistake, I'm just like, what, I need to get better, but I'm not going to take somebody's like when Scott beat me.
Well, the first thing you'll say is, I think I did that wrong.
Maybe like I don't know what I did wrong, but I think I might have done that wrong. But still, the opponent still has to do something, right?
Exactly.
So like when I played Scott at Nationals, and he said, I didn't know. So this is another thing. So he was playing the zombies, and where you guys were playing the zombies a certain way. Yeah. So when I was playing against it, I was like, oh, I can win because it's a certain way. Yeah. But all along, we're playing it wrong. Yeah. Because Scott just said, you know what? I don't care if Super Skrull dies. I'm just gonna blast you. Yeah. Because when we were playing it so that you pop Super Skrull back on. Yeah. And then you pop him back off, but you lose a lot of tempo that way. Yeah. Scott's like, I'm just gonna push him, and then like I'm just gonna keep going, bam, bam, bam. I did not see that. Yeah. And then so I lost. So okay, so what could I have done? I'm like, well, you just kicked my ass. I didn't know what to do. So it wasn't that. Well, he got lucky. He rolled a 7s. I missed my super senses. Yeah. All that. Rolled whatever, all that stuff.
You didn't anticipate the way he was going to play.
But the thing was, I didn't anticipate he was going to play like that.
Yeah, so exactly.
And on the map that he chose, it was good. It was perfect. Like, that's how you're supposed to do it. And I'm just like, well, you got me. I can't do anything. So then what I did, instead of like,
I like hearing this story.
I just went back, and then Easton and I just sat down. Right after, Easton and I just sat down, and we just said, okay, how are we going to place on this map? Took about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Paris came over to chime in. And then we finally figured out, this is how you do it. I said, okay, well, if I play it again, he's like, it's still not good. Like, it's not good, but it's better than what you had. Mm-hmm. It gives you a chance. I was like, okay.
Maxing out.
Yeah, you're right. Out. So then I'm like, okay, so the next time. But see, I didn't like dwell on like, oh, well, he hit that or whatever, none of that. It's just like, well, I didn't have a plan for it. This time I have a plan. Mm-hmm. So, but the plan is not very good. But,
it's the best plan you can come
get. So what I did against Kenji was I positioned, because when I played against Scott, I didn't put the drones or Adam next to the jet. Mm-hmm. So the defend was not there. So they're only 17s. Yeah. And so it's like, oh, he only needs a 6, right? No problem. Yep. So, against Kenji, I put everyone next to the drone. I'm like, okay, here we go. And even if he kills it, the stuff hit the 18 defend on like a 10 attack or whatever. So I was like, okay, I got it. Sure enough, he rolls his first attack 6. Yeah, big. On the drone. That would have been a hit. It would have been a hit against the placement if I did it against Scott. Yeah. But since I tried to figure out, okay, what can I do to minimize that and maximize my chances, the defend extra 1 helped. Next thing, the next prob, crit miss, and then it just snowballed because he missed after that. But the most important thing was that he missed that initial shot. Yeah, and didn't get a token on
his. Yeah. It would have been you using the prob Atomic was a prob, opposed from him using a prob for a miss. So that changes the whole thing.
Yeah, of course, like granted he's gonna miss. Granted he missed his the next attacks, but I mean that's still something that I think
it's huge. It's huge. Yeah,
like we have to, I would say people have to mature in their thinking of how to play the game. Mm-hmm. And really, that's just what it is. To me, that's the difference between top level players and aspiring players. Because the top players can distinguish and differentiate and not put emotion into a win or a loss, or a loss, let's say. Mm-hmm. And you can just extract what you need from the loss and then figure it out. Mm-hmm. There are a lot of players who are good, but they suck at losing. Meaning when they lose, they just can't handle it. Yeah. And then it puts them on tilt. It's a bunch of excuses. It's all external and not internal. Yeah. Right? I can understand if they say they missed something, fine. But really, you got to look at the whole thing and say, was it really just that one play, or was there something?
Yeah, was there other things you can?
You know what I mean? Done if it's just if it's just a simple thing, like in Chris's case, it was just a very simple, just missing that way. But what my argument is, he didn't practice that team in a long time. Yeah. So then,
and that's pretty. That's
huge because you're not getting the rhythm of the game, and now it doesn't become normal. And then he missed something because he hasn't played it. In fact, I think that was the first time he played that team.
Well, yeah, that's what I was saying. Remember, because I remember we were when I would come, because originally I wasn't gonna go. Yeah. But I kept asking him, "Hey, what are you gonna play?" It was like Monday, and then Tuesday, and then I think it was Wednesday. One of the days he was sick, right? He was sick, and then
missed another day of testing.
Yeah. So then I think the only day we saw him was Thursday. Yeah. So
I definitely think that's
so I
something.
think that definitely not practicing your team. That's pretty huge.
Well, the guys that the Married with Click say practice makes your team better.
Yeah.
Because
Rollins, I think Rollins a big advocate of that. I think I remember him saying that he likes to play once he gets his team, he sticks with it
and just
practice because
which is what you should do anyway because you want to get comfortable with it. Unless you're George and you just make shit up on the fly. Best there wasn't ever will be.
I guess.
So, all right. So that's the off the soapbox.
Okay, we're now to fifth.
His teammate.
Yeah, the guy who knocked me out. Dustin Hall. Doctor Strange 150 with Eclipso.
Mystical theme first.
Mystical theme. Doctor Strange 150 with Eclipso. Midnight Suns ATA. Spider-Man Noir. 75 points with Brainiac. Pandora's Box, Lust and Wrath. Pretty much the Midnight Suns trick that we actually
you played him.
I played him my last round.
What's his strategy on this?
Really, his strategy was, well, I guess since I had the Sinister Syndicate team I played, I guess he kind of suspected that I was going to go sidestep, charge all the way, come in with Doc Ock, so he just sidestep up, which is what I did. Come up in, my mistake, same thing with Outwit, didn't outwit the Super Senses. He rolled Super Senses on me twice.
But you have to hit him first, right?
Yeah, I had it at the flurry. It wasn't 19.
Who did you hit first?
Doctor Strange. I had 4 attacks. Four attacks.
What are you at 12?
I'm at 12.
Yeah,
so 12. I need 7. So I mean, I hit the first 2. I missed the last 2. I had a prob, but he hit the Super Sense. So it definitely screwed me. But I mean, he played it right because after that, I mean, he took out Doc. He picked them apart with Noir and Doctor Strange. And then on one of the turns, which definitely hurt me, is when Doctor Strange rolls he picked any.
Range
and then he did the power dampener.
Oh, yeah, the power dampener.
Yeah, the power dampener thing. So I'm like, motherfucker, this. So he does the power dampener, and it stopped me from one turn doing a call-in. So I had to just move.
Yeah, I saw that.
I had to just move and base myself and pray to God he didn't kill my guys, which he didn't. Which he didn't, and then there was my chance to come back, but Peggy Carter missed, and then basically he ended up winning the game.
So this is a new archetype right now.
Yeah, new Midnight Suns. Midnight Suns, real good.
There are only 3 legit Midnight Suns in the format. Is Doctor Strange, D20. The LE Doctor Strange from the OP kit. And the Blade from the OP kit.
Yeah.
The other one is Ghost Rider, but you can't give him stealth.
Yeah, there's no way.
He doesn't have stealth up top, I don't think.
Well, don't you give him Eclipso? Isn't that what he's doing?
How? He's a dual base. Dude.
Oh, he's dual base. Okay. Yeah, sorry.
Or no. Actually, you might be able to.
Can you?
I think you can't give...
Wait.
It says standard only, or...
Yeah, standard. I think it's just standard damage and... standard damage symbol. I think that's the only... I'd have to look, but okay. Well,
for some reason I thought it said single base, but I could be wrong.
Here, let me look. I'll look at Brainiac's card. You were under my command when Brainiac is killed. You pay 25 points. No. Characters click. You may choose power. To equip, place this on a standard character's card. That character can use its effect. If a character is killed or equipped again, kill the previously equipped game element. A link dial is always on the same click as number as dial is linked to.
Yeah, but we need to know what is standard. I think standard is a single base only.
Is it? Well, then I guess
I think because if you think about it, you can't put it on bystanders. They have regular. Yeah. They have regular stuff.
Yeah, well, I guess it's something we have to look up. I mean, well. If you can, then I guess you put Ghost Rider or Eclipso, but that's what, Midnight Suns can't target them, so, really good, because it makes them...
Well, not target, it's draw line of fire.
You can't draw line of fire. So, yeah, that's a pretty neat trick we got to see out there. Let's see.
Well, that's not the first time we've seen teams like that. Because we've seen a lot of... We've seen like a Taskmaster one, like Aaron was playing, and we've also seen
Easton, right? Or no, Easton.
Yeah, Easton did that, but we've also seen the other There was another one, I believe, with just the regular Doctor Strange, the D20. It's like an Avengers team, but they just put
Midnight Suns 88?
Midnight Suns on him, yeah.
Just
so, like, even though it's an Avengers team, but you just can't see him.
Yeah. Still not bad. Yeah, it's not bad. Let's see, fourth place?
Yeah. Pretty sure you can't do it on him, but...
Well...
I don't know.
Fourth
but
place.
maybe you can.
Fourth place was Zach 10,
Yeah.
Quinjet 140, looks like almost...
It's mine.
Standard.
So
Zach
this
is Zach.
Zach is he's one of our new guys on at the store and on the team. He decided to just play my team like verbatim the list. I just copy and pasted it, except obviously the one change is Black Canary. For Nova. Yeah, because you can't play it, but everything's Nova. There. He did this is his first tournament ever.
Yeah.
Outside of like our local stuff.
Ever.
And he did really good.
Yeah, he did really good.
Fourth place. He also took out Roland in the top 8. I'd watch out for this guy because he knows what he's doing. He learned quick learner. Yeah, and he can apply it right away. Yeah, he is. He's this isn't an easy team to just pick up and play because there's all the options and the choices. But he did a good job.
I mean, you see, he tested way more.
Yeah,
and you can see Chris. And look at with a position. So practice. Look at how much he's.
It's funny because they're like, man, they keep killing him. Like,
yeah,
it's all right.
Me too. I'm in there too.
Chris,
I mean, look, he did better than me. So right. Zach, Chris he learned from mistakes. You know,
he's a ROC California state champion, so he's okay.
So and the Mexico,
2014 Mexico national champion.
Yeah. So, but yeah, Zach, he definitely did really good. Yeah, pretty much he played it. I guess he was, and he learned a lot of things from it too. Because after the break, we discussed some ideas, and
because he lost to Roland the round before.
Yeah,
and then he needed to or the 2 rounds before, and he was like, "How do I beat him?"
Yeah, and at first he was playing, like you said, you were like, "Dude, play the jet like a tank. Don't keep it in the back." Sure enough, that's what he did.
The jet is when he was like, how do I play?
Because that's what he was doing, right?
No, he played it right.
No, I think
he
the
did.
First
he
time
just didn't know what he was. He just didn't know what to do against Krang because he didn't play against Krang. He hadn't seen it because Chris didn't play it at the start.
Yeah.
So, all right. So third place, we have Jay Solomon.
Oh yeah, Jay Solomon
played a Quinjet. So he's from the Metal Lab. Married with Clicks. He's from Canada. He was playing Avengers themed Quinjet that has Fast Forces Captain America that moves Avenger or characters that share keyword with him half. He has Jarvis, Red Wing, and Thug. So he has a +5 on his map roll, and this is the first I think right here on this where we have a superior foes of Spider-Man piece, right? Thug. Let me look. There's no other. Oh no, Spider-Man Noir.
Yeah,
that's
Spider-Man
the
Noir,
second one. Yeah. So that's the second piece, right?
Well, actually, there's one more because Carlos Munoz.
We're on.
Oh yeah, down the list. Yeah, okay. So
this is the second one we've seen that has a superior foes figure and Thug, which a lot of people have been talking about, is going to make an impact because you can just throw him on theme teams, and if you can put ATAs on him, he's going to be really good. Because you can give like Avengers Response Unit on him. You can give. Does he have stealth?
You know what? I don't think he has any powers. I don't think he has any powers. I think he's pretty vanilla. I think he's like 9'2" or 9.
Thug.
Like 6'9".
Yeah, he's just very
6'9", 16.
But you can play all kinds of ATAs on him.
But still, I mean, he's an extra piece.
10 points better than a Parademon Pog because he's got 4 clicks instead of 1.
There you go.
And Jay has his ID cards, which is almost the same as mine, except that he has Green Arrow instead of Bucky Barnes. And he has an extra ID card because he has Jarvis, so he has Batman. This one is it's way different. I underestimated when I was looking at it because I was like, oh, who's the only thing that can call in is a jet.
Yeah,
that's it. But from what I heard, turn 1 he calls in Nightwing and just sees if he can get to Iron Man, and then he calls in Iron Man, pilots a jet, triple perplex the jet's defense.
Yeah,
perplex from Jarvis, perplex from the Jet, and perplex from Zuko.
Yeah.
And then he just moves up and is like, hit me. I'm at 21 defense. It's not bad. It's hard to get through. The main thing here is you gotta hit Captain America. He's the only guy you need to worry about right away.
Which buys him a turn too, because you're in their face. And then
because what he does is what he can do. What you can do is you go power action with Cap, move the Jet up. The Jet has no tokens, so the next turn,
calling in
he's gonna call in whatever he wants, and then he's gonna tick that up. That's what he can do. And then since the Jet is so huge, it's a high defense, hard to damage or hard to kill. They're gonna do like 2 or 3, and then it's like, okay, cool, my turn. Call in a guy, roll and see, and then it just snowballs because he's gonna take the click from. He's going to tick up the resource from getting hit, and he's going to roll for calling in, and then he can maybe get a free call in. Now he has like all these guys on the board that weren't there before.
Yeah, I saw the match when he played Kevin, and it was actually pretty close. If I remember, the points were pretty damn close.
But I think the main problem I see with this is against another Jet team, if for some reason the Quinjet gets tokened somehow.
That's one whole turn.
That's one whole turn that you can't do anything because the other Jet teams have 2 drones. You have to token all 3 of them to prevent from being called in.
Yeah, it's pretty hard, or kill them all. But
it's hard. Well, you can't do it with this team. It's really hard. So, but he played it really well. I saw a couple of his games. He definitely knows what he's doing. He has a good plan. He always plays on Danny the Street that I saw.
Yeah, I saw that. Jay Solomon did.
So the second place is Carlos Munoz. He had a soldier theme, or pass theme, as Aaron likes to say. It's 2 Nick Furies, 2 War Wheels, Pandora's Box, Envy Relic. He has a Spider-Man ID and Shield level 7. So his sideline here is Cyborg Spider-Man and the Super Rare Spider-Man, the handstand one. So that's the third Superior Foe Spider-Man.
That's the third one.
Figure. So, and his map is the neighborhood, obviously, because it's all elevated. But I remember in the car, on the car ride up, Kevin was talking to Zach and Shane, and they were like, "Oh, is Nick still viable? Like, is he good? Because
just straight up Nick.
It's just ID cards, just pocket Nick."
Yeah. And
he said, "Oh no, the Nick Fury's not good by himself anymore. You have to play him only as an ID card."
Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah.
Sure enough, when you say something like that, obviously what's going to happen is the second place guy plays 2 Nick Furies.
Yeah.
Not 1, 2.
Yeah.
So not only is he disproving him, but like he's disproving him by a mile. Mm-hmm. Because double Nick, double War Wheel. Mm-hmm. That's it was before it was double Nick and Sparta. This one is this. So it's double Nick's back. I saw him just playing. I think a lot of people didn't realize what the War Wheel does, but it's like from what I gather, it's almost like a ram. Mm-hmm. But those things move 9 squares and they have sidestep, so you can get Nick in position. So if you don't have a Nick on your side, he's just gonna move him in the middle, behind one of the elevated, so that he's within 10 of you, and then if you don't attack, he's just gonna double shot 10-10, boom, that's 4 damage on your biggest guy. Or he can pick off little guys, but
he also puts it on the
he puts on the
Pandora.
Envy. He puts on Envy and Pride.
Yeah, and
so on turn, so like what he'll do is turn 1, he'll just put one on a Nick. Turn 2, he'll put another one on, but then they're sidestepping or moving up, and then when they're ready, he'll just shoot. Mm-hmm. And you got to hit his 20 defense.
Well, one of the things he does bank on too is because I played him, he tries to get the running shot
on the thing. Yeah,
yeah.
He could.
So if
that is something.
Yeah, so he hopes to get the running shot. If he gets the running shot, then his
guys. But then he still has sidestep on top of that, so he can still shoot.
Yeah.
He can still reach across
the map. Yeah, he's shooting 12 squares at a time. I mean, he's shooting 12 square range.
Yeah, all of his, actually, I think he's up 3 times on our playlist, on the ROC Cup playlist, and he just like annihilated everyone. I think he was a number 1 seed. I think he only lost to Kevin in the last round, and then obviously lost him in the finals. But yeah, Nick is still a thing. So, and he also has another Nick on the side, so he's got 3 Nicks.
Yeah, he's got 3 Nicks.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So first place. Why don't you read this team?
Oh, me to read this team?
It's a really funky team, dude.
Let's see.
8 pieces.
All right, start off. If you didn't know, Kevin Fruz, Mr. Mizaplex, Jean Grey, Frogman, Ultron Drone 6, Ultron Drone, Age of Ultron. Not sure.
That's a 6-arm.
6-arm. Atomica, Atom, and his Avengers Roundtable with Ronin, Shield level 7, Black Canary, Iron Man, U.S. Agent.
So, Kevin was trying to build something with. Oh, so this is the 4th figure I think we've seen now.
Mm-hmm.
Frogman.
Oh yeah, Frogman.
But this one actually might be
pretty scary, huh?
Yeah, because of his activating ability.
Mm-hmm.
Basically on Migsy or any pieces that basically don't have a damage reducer that you need to activate. But he can also mess up placement on the opposing team.
Yeah.
Because he can knock people away from each other into you.
Yeah, the little frog's annoying.
And it's a free action to do it, and he moves 10.
It's 4 squares. And I was thinking too,
points.
How many points? What's crazy too is like if you have an Atom ID card, just throwing one on with the Frogman. Now he can sidestep for 4. You can call him out, right? Atom can sidestep out 2 more, and then, you don't even need sidestep. But if you do the retaliation, the same turn with just a Frogman. You can get a pretty far reach.
What do you mean retaliation?
I'm sorry, not Frogman. Atom. Like just calling out Atom, sidestep for 4, and Atom ID cards, you can get pretty far.
No, but you can't do that on this because all of his pieces, all of the ID cards except for 1, has to be +1 attack.
Oh, that's what he's doing.
Yeah, his highest attack is 10.
Yeah.
Who's gonna hit?
No.
Adams have 11, but that's contingent on getting hit.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I see what he's doing. Yeah,
So he said...
Yeah, and that's actually why, he did say that he needed...
Yeah, that's why, I know, because I built this team.
Yeah.
This was the team that I built after he built the shitty Iceman team.
Yeah.
He went 1 and 2 with in our warm-up tournament, and then he said... Because he had Frogman and Migsy.
But I guess we can blame you, too, for...
And then he said, I want a team that has... Migsy and Frogman because...
So what was his original team?
It was Iceman, Migsy, Frogman, and he has Mercury and Box.
But Iceman lock up again?
Yeah, but that sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
He lost to Aaron and he lost to
Zach.
So, it doesn't do much because you need to do... You need to have a lot of different threats, and this one does because he has the Jean Grey drone combo. Mm-hmm. He has Migsy, Frogman combo, and then obviously TK. And then he has 2 Atoms.
Yeah.
And not to mention, you don't know what ID card he's going to call in.
But, he liked to do, I saw what he was doing too, is makes an opposing character a giant. So now Atom can just hit.
Colossal.
Yeah. And it was, that was pretty cool that he was able to do that too.
He goes, all of these, Ronin, Shield, Black Canary, and Iron Man all get +1 attack, right? Mm-hmm. And all the guys that call in, they can do something like Iron Man has Perplex, Black Canary's Pulse Wave, Shield is Nick, and Ronin is there for close combat, but he gets +1 attack. It's a Charge Flurry, right?
Yeah, Charge
But then the 5th one is Ronin and him. He has 2 things because U.S. Agent, right? It's random. Why U.S. Agent?
Yeah.
Because he prevents stealth.
Mm-hmm. And
there's no range or nothing. It's just the inspiration is opposing characters can't use stealth. So in this format right now where there's a growing number of Midnight Suns teams.
And wild cards.
Just Midnight Suns.
Mm-hmm.
You need a way to deal with the stealth if you're a ranged-based team.
Uh-huh.
So on his team, between Black Canary, Iron Man, and Nick, and then Migsy, because you can't pulse wave through that through Midnight Suns because they actually have their wording is line of fire can't be drawn, so you can't even draw your line of fire to it's different than can't be targeted, so you can't even draw your line of fire to ignore it, so you can't pulse as long as they can use stealth on their top click.
Yeah.
and they're on their top click. So U.S. agent says, "Well, you can't use stealth." Like, okay, so if you call in U.S. agent, now that means Migsy can go over there and pulse wave them and token them. Yeah. Now they're off the top click, and then on the next turn you can call in Nick and then blast that guy for like 5.
Yeah, basically you basically now can see them. So
or if it's too hard and you're like I can probably hit him up close, like if you're fighting Blade, you can call in Ronin and just charge Flurry.
Yeah.
Right, and then just get him off that and then pulse after that.
Yeah.
So he has 2 ways to do it.
Yeah.
But the main thing is if he can get to click 15 with U.S. agent on the dial on the round table, every other turn he can pick U.S. agent for the inspiration, and now they can't use stealth, and now everyone can take shots.
Yeah.
And that's huge because Midnight Suns, and that's the only reason why he did that.
Yeah, because, he did say
because there was a lot of Midnight Suns that we've seen, and this is where Kevin did his homework, where people, like him,
did your homework.
People like him who do the research and pay attention to what's being played out there, like looking up the results on our site. Mm-hmm. He sees the trend of like the last 3 events are Midnight Sun teams. There's like, you know what? And then even the night before, when we were going around looking at the free entry tournament, where if you win, you get free entry next day. They had no less than 4. There was like 12 guys there, 13, and like no less than 4 Midnight Sun teams. Mm-hmm. So he's like, dude, I really need to do this because
confirmed it. It confirmed it.
And then sure enough, the next day there was like 3 Midnight Sun teams.
So
like there's 2. In the there's 1 in the top 8, and then Aaron even played 1. So he has an answer for all of those. Yeah. So he was Kevin was able to win. Obviously he did his due diligence. He did a lot of he did a lot of testing too for that that weekend. So well deserved win. Now he's gonna be insufferable. Yeah. If he wasn't insufferable now, before he's gonna be more insufferable.
I don't know.
Than ever before.
You said on a comment.
You know what that means? Okay, so that's the U.S. Cup. We didn't cover Easton's win. We need to look at his team because his team is actually really good.
Yeah.
It's a Taskmaster team that he won in where was that? I think it was in Leeds, Alabama.
Leeds, Alabama.
Yeah, so he had a Taskmaster team that has Brainiac, 3 drones. Holy crap. 18.2, 6, and 5. Ant-Man, Brimstone, Teleporter. And he uses the 5 to copy, because you know why the 5? You know what the 5 has?
Uh-uh.
Masters of Evil.
Oh.
Taskmaster copies Masters of Evil.
Takes the damage.
And then he goes back to the click. It's really good. I saw his match that he played against Wes Summers. Or Chase Summers, sorry. And he's like, Pulse? Colossus or Masters of Evil Pulse. I'm like, holy crap! And each time he's going back to top click. It's pretty good. I mean, he has 3 drones, so it's hard to kill. And he ticks that thing up pretty quick because the Ant-Man makes the tokens, Ant tokens, and they all move up. I was watching; they were killing it, and then they just roll. Next thing you know, he's like on click 20, and then he's like, okay, all my guys have mystics. Shit. Okay, all my guys have this. All right, all my guys have. You're like, oh my god. So that's actually something. I know he told me he was kind of messing around, like, oh, don't judge me. I'm playing this funky team, but the more and more I look at it, I think it's good, dude. I think it's really good because he has 3 drones.
Yeah,
and he has the Taskmaster with Brainiac, and then he can. It's really hard to get through. And Taskmaster does have Perplex, and I don't know how often he's going to use his little trait thing where he gets to the +1 value. Remember that one?
For what?
His trait is give Taskmaster free action and choose one of his combat values that is lower than the same combat value on one adjacent opposing character. Modify the chosen combat value by +1. So if he gets up next to somebody and says, okay, your damage is 3 minus 2. It goes to 3. And he's like, okay, +1 attack from Brainiac. Click, go this, click, pulse wave.
Mm-hmm.
Done. Right?
Yeah.
I think that's pretty sick.
Yeah. Taskmaster's pretty nice.
His stats are all the same. I didn't realize that. But it's 8, 8, 8. It's all 8s, all 10s, all 17s, all 2s.
Yeah.
So all lower than your... Because like average stats now I think are 9, 11, 18, 30.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty... I mean, you're not gonna...
And his range is 5.
Mm-hmm.
So most ranges are 6.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets plus on everything.
Yeah.
But he's got what, super senses, deflection, reflexes, his outwit, exploit, blades, precision strike. He's got a lot of stuff going for him.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's something that you need to look at, Taskmaster teams, because I know he was telling me, or I think Paris, somebody was talking to me about, hey, we should look at these Taskmaster, Ultron drone, or Masters of Evil in general.
Yeah, because
one just keep going.
One of the keywords are Master of Evil.
Yeah. Oh, is
one of the Ultron drones has Master of Evil keyword?
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
But
the team ability.
Oh,
doesn't matter about that because he's a wild card. He gets to copy the team ability. So he's gonna copy it and he's gonna do it all the time. Okay. So that's why he's probably, I don't know how slot. I mean, this isn't the first Taskmaster team we've seen.
Mm-hmm.
This is the second one, but this is the first one we won. That is won, but it's because Easton won.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we went to Vegas, right? We didn't get to hear. Yeah, they didn't know. Well, obviously they know, but you went.
Yeah. So
why don't you quickly explain or tell your story?
Pretty much.
Team you played. What happened? Blah blah blah.
Well, originally I was gonna work, so you came up with the pretty nice Sinister Syndicate team.
Well, it was originally Aaron's. I just made a couple changes.
But yeah, you came up with a different variation, and you added Speed Demon. It was
we used to be 2 docs.
Yeah,
so it's
Overdrive, Speed Demon, Doctor Octopus, with the 2 tokens you take off, 2 tentacle tokens, and then Chameleon. So I definitely really want to play that piece since it's your piece, and being able to have the disguises, I went with Peggy Carter, Sunfire, and Nightwing. The sideline was Shang-Chi, Ronin, which, matter of fact, didn't know this at the time, which I'm glad I didn't win too. Ronin, I had Hawkeye, the Age of Ultron Hawkeye,
the movie one.
They
don't have real names.
Why did they not put the last name? Why didn't they put the names in the back? Like, this is so stupid. Did they forget? It's whatever.
Dude, I know.
But I mean, whatever. So, luckily I didn't use him too much. So, then I definitely would have felt bad because my hit against Dustin, was Hawkeye. So if Peggy Carter would have hit, Dustin would have been knocked out because it was Peggy Carter and Hawkeye, and then it would have been a legal team. I was like, oh geez. So then it was Shang-Chi, Ronin, and Black Canary. So all under 80 points. So anyone can call him in except for Chameleon. But I mean, Chameleon's got his disguises. So pretty much Overdrive. You guys don't know what he does. He makes a vehicle with an object, and now you're carrying everybody. For 11 squares sidestep with Empower, which is huge because Speed Demon he can hit for 4. Chameleon, depending on who I change out to, they're hitting for 4. If I pull out a Shang-Chi, he's hitting for 4. I mean, there's just so many things you can do. It's a Sinister Syndicate team. It is a Sinister Syndicate theme team with the ATA original 6. Giving the
original Sinister 6, right?
Original Sinister 6. You get a +1 attack per. You put a token on per every guy you hit on the character. You put a token on them, and now you get a +1 attack if you're using the Sinister Syndicate team or have it.
Or no.
I think because if you use it, if you wildcard it and you're using it, you can get the +1 too. Which is why I put Nightwing. Because as a call-in disguise, because now if he copies Sinister Syndicate, he can add a token on someone, let alone...
they're going to get... The bonus is permanent until they die.
Till they die. So it's perfect. So, you know, once you hit the first one, you're like, damn, you're rolling now 5, 4, 3.
If you're hitting the jet, you're going to get permanent +3.
Yeah, exactly. So
hopefully you don't die, though.
Which is crazy because if so I mean, that's pretty much the idea. First match was a pretty rusty one. I lost against Carlos Munoz.
Mencia.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I lost to him. You know what? It totally sucks. I was so mad because you guys told me after. He sidestepped he calls in Spider-Man. And I was like, God damn it. This is actually Kevin did this in one of his matches too against Jay. If you guys watch Jay Solomon, basically the exact same thing. You carried up his Nick, which because he called out Spider-Man, and I stayed like 6 squares, 7 squares away,
so he can't get you,
so he can't hit me. And then because I was next turn, I was going boom, bone rush in. Against Carlos's what's it called, shield? Nick Fury's with the what is it called, the war wheel. Mm-hmm. So he goes in, sidesteps up Nick to bring Nick closer. So then now Spider-Man comes hyper
because he's within 5.
Yeah, now he's within 5, and now Spider-Man comes hyper.
But Nick was lifted.
Nick was lifted, and I'm like, oh my god damn it! Definitely hurt me because he takes out my bike, and I have to power action to waste an action to bring Overdrive back in the bike, which now, Speed Demon or Doc, I had to choose, which is what cost me, instead of using both. So that was a big mistake on my part.
Did you kill Nick?
Yeah, I killed Nick.
Oh.
So
did you kill both war wheels?
No, one war wheel. So I mean,
it's a lot of points.
Yeah, it was pretty close. I still had some chances, but still having to go with Nick, and he took out one of my Docs. Yeah. It was pretty hard. And then you have to deal with the other war wheel for retaliation. So, I mean, that was pretty tough. Lost that one. Second match, third match, I had won those 2. I regained my senses. Fourth match, I played Kevin, and that one.
Wait, what was the next round you played against?
Next round I had played against. Let me see. One of them was the Sinister Syndicate team.
Oh, the Rhino one.
Yeah, the Rhino one.
That was round... Oh, no, you played the...
that was round 3.
The Superman one.
Oh, yeah, I played the Superman one. Oh, that one was actually... To go back on that one was a heart-beating... Like, I was, like, nervous as hell because Superman, 225 points, 19 defense.
The BVS Superman.
Yeah, BVS Superman, hypersonic. He has Atomica on it. I cannot run away from this guy. This guy, if I have to be within his 12 hypersonic speed with a sidestep, so he's 14. So with my sidestep and my 11 squares, that is the 14 squares. So no matter what, he's gonna hit first. He outranges me, and he has hyper with range, so he can just pick me apart first. Mm-hmm. So I said, screw it. Come in. So I charged all the way in. He comes in. He takes out Doc first. Now he runs to the corner, but I do it where he has one action token because he picks up the relic right away.
What does he pick up?
I think he did Lust.
Oh, okay.
I think it was Lust.
Okay.
It was Lust. No, it wasn't Lust. It had been Wrath because I think it had been Wrath because I also wouldn't have been able to hyper him, and I was able to. So what's it called? So I think it was Wrath. But anyways, he gave him combat reflexes, which totally sucked. And so I go, all right, fine. Here's my only chance. I go hypersonic speed. I go hit him in his one chance because I go outwit. How did I outwit? I outwitted with disguised. I brought out Peggy Carter the first turn. Say can't use impervious. Carried him with the bike, being next to 3 squares now. One shot hyper, hit the 9. With I hit the 9 on his combat reflex,
11 on 20.
Or whatever, that 11 on 20. 11 on 20. Oh, and I'm sorry, it was Sloth. That's what it was. It was Sloth. 11 on 20, and I hit the 9, and now
he's a 19 defense up top.
Yeah, 19 defense. So he's a 20 defense with Sloth. So I hit him 4 because I get them power from. So I hit him for 4, and I'm like, holy shit, I'm in the game now because I thought I was dead, and then hit him for the 4. And now he's like, oh shoot, now I'm gonna backtrack, and he busts through walls. So he goes and hides through the walls, and I'm like, oh damn, how am I gonna get him now? Basically he did a nice little trick. He finished off Chameleon, but then Shang-Chi and Hawkeye take him out, and that's how I was able to win. Hit with Shang-Chi one turn. I think he missed one because his attack drops to 10. Yeah. So with my combat reflexes, it helps me. He does have Atomica, but I mean with Prob, but that's how Speed Demon was able to survive a little bit longer. And then I think he should have hit the bike, because the bike was allowing allowing me to creep up closer to him and reposition. And then he didn't see Hawkeye ignoring characters. Well, then again, I'm cheating. So I'm cheating. So Hawkeye comes and blasts him for the remaining, because he has the 20 defense. So yeah, that's how I got that match. And then the next one was the Sinister Syndicate.
Yeah, you took that. I saw that one.
That was the 2 rhinos. I guess that one I basically Doc Ock. I just maneuver away from the full charge, because it's a direct line. Oh, so as long as I stay out in that little triangle of squares, I mean, that's pretty much what I did. And then once I got close, I just went all in. Fourth,
so you were 2-1.
Yeah, so there's 2-1 at that point.
You played Kevin.
Fourth match was Kevin.
Ooh, Civil War.
Yeah, I didn't see the Ronin coming in. I was anticipating the range shots, so I stayed away from the range. And then he did it smart, takes out my bike with overdrive next. So he mopped the floor with those 2 guys. And then
did you kill anything?
I think I got. I don't remember. I don't think I got him. Because he pretty much once he took.
But you couldn't get the first strike yet?
No, it was because what happened was I was trying to protect Doc Ock from behind the wall. I put him behind a wall, so he did it great. So he went on the opposite side. So Doc was stuck for one whole turn.
Well, you couldn't push to just get over there?
Well, yeah, that's fine. I moved, but then now his other Ultron drone comes, and I'm just like.
So, but you didn't kill?
No, I didn't.
So you just let him hit you?
Yeah, he basically killed me.
How do you not get the first strike on that team?
Well, because I'm telling you, what happened was I did Morlock tunnels. I hid behind one of the blocking, but I was anticipating the range. So I was like, oh, okay. He can't shoot me from those angles. But then when he does the TK sidestep, Ronin, pretty much I miscounted on one square. Or I missed Ronin. Just missed Ronin. So he comes and hits the bike. And then hits overdrive next. So that's what happened there. So yeah, I took a beating from him.
And then you need to win the last round.
And then my last one was Dustin.
That was close.
Yeah, which was real close. Real close. I mean, I could have had a bigger advantage too, because another mistake too. That's where the skill comes in. Didn't outwit the super senses, and he rolled super senses on my flurry.
It's the worst.
Yeah, so it was just like, it was just pretty bad. So that those were my matches. The team's still real good. Just a player messed that one up. So yeah, other than that, it was a great event. Everybody out there was pretty cool. Got to see the fight after, right?
Yeah, so, we went to see. It's funny because I was telling everybody like, oh, we're gonna watch the UFC 202. Like, you're in Vegas. Oh, no, we're not watching it live though.
Yeah, I know. That's what our coworkers and friends are saying.
That's pretty cool, but there's no way because it's expensive. There's too many people, but it was still fun. We had a bunch of people in the room. I got 10, 12 people in the room.
Yeah,
watching, and then we went to Caesar's Palace to go
gamble.
But yeah, it was funny because we had Robert from Oregon. He's Imperial Gamer.
Yeah,
but I think I forgot what he called his name. What he called himself in on the WinSkins event system. It's like a different name, but he kept every time we said something about Conor McGregor. Oh, you nut hugger! You nut hugger! That's because you're a nut hugger. Yeah, Robert's like one of the funniest guys that I've met.
Yeah, he knows a pretty good.
He knows his shit. Yeah. But, yeah, this first time I met him, like he was asking me he was asking me to play. He said we get a game at afterwards, which we did.
Yeah, which is why I let you.
Yeah, the team. It was really fun. It was like one of the more fun games I played. Yeah. It was really cool, and it was funny because the team wasn't working at all. I was like, oh man, maybe this is not good because, I missed with Speed Demon, missed with Shang-Chi, and I like my the sequencing was all off. I'm like, oh, I moved the vehicle before power actioning with Chameleon, so he could see me, so I couldn't do it. I was like, oh crap.
Yeah, I did that actually. That's actually one of my first matches with Carlos. I did the exact same thing.
Yeah. So one of the things was he goes, and he was playing as mystical team that was playing.
Yeah. It
was Spectre, Full, Clarion, and Pandora. Uh-huh. He's playing on Krakoa. And, I was like, oh, I'm going to die. And he comes in with Tickle and kills Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
Shit. I have to take Mystics and Prob, and tokens from Prob. So, my guys are getting all bashed. Mm-hmm. Chameleon was on the second click. And then Overdrive already in the second click. No, he's on the third. See, I don't even know the dial.
You said second.
Second click.
Okay.
Chameleon has it on third click.
Oh, okay. You're on second click. I thought you meant take 2 clicks. All right. Jeez. All right, my bad. My brain works on a different frequency sometimes. So when you say it like that, that's all I'm thinking. Fuck.
So he goes, and then Speedy was missing.
Yeah.
I had to push him. I had to give him 2 tokens on a freaking Prob because of Pandora.
I
put one, so it was one. So I was like, okay, this sucks. And then he kills Doc. I didn't get to do anything with Doc Ock. He just killed him right away. And I'm
that sucks. If he's thinking Prob, you're pushing for a thinking
So I'm like,
Prob.
okay, so Doc died. Shang-Chi died. Chameleon's on the second click. Overdrive's on the second click because he killed the vehicle. And then Speed Demon's on the third click. So I'm like, well, this sucks. And then, meanwhile, on his side, Pandora's pushed. And that's it. And he has a cat on the board. I'm like, oh, I'm going to die now. So I'm like, okay, all right, well. All right, let's see what happens. And he goes, okay. I'm going to push Tickle to charge. So he pushes Tickle to charge. And I go, all right, who are you attacking? It was you. And I'm like, oh, you're attacking Chameleon.
Yeah.
I go, no, you're not. So I roll.
Boom.
And then 5. Boom. And then he's like, oh, shit. And then he's like, okay, fine. Then I'll hit Speed Demon. I'm like, all right, I'm a 19. Mm-hmm. All right, miss. Okay, cool. I'm like, all right, well, I got a chance. Because I rolled that. And then, but it was weird because after that, I just sidestepped away, did some stuff. I turned into Peggy.
Mm-hmm. Peggy's
and then
good pick.
What I did was with Speed Demon, he's on the flurry.
No, flurry click, which is almost
so it was sick
better
because I went up and flurried Pandora.
Mm-hmm.
I
took
hit her
2 damage.
No, 3 because of power.
No, but I mean you took to the Mystics, right?
No, just 1. Oh, because I only hit once. He's a high defense, so I missed. So I go to he goes to. He pushes. I forget how it went, but he was down to his last click, and then on Pandora.
Oh,
and then
okay.
I'm like, okay, well, here we go. Let's see if I could do this. And I'm like, well, I could die. Let's hope I don't. So I take the combat values of Overdrive. It's a 9 on 16. I'm like, all right, oh god, here we go. Take the combat and then 1 damage attack. Boom, kills Pandora, push the bike.
Oh, you use Overdrive.
Yeah. Well, I attacked with the vehicle.
Yeah.
And then push. Overdrive takes 1. I'm like, okay, good, don't die. Pop him back on the vehicle and then sidestep away.
Yeah.
Behind the blocking. And then later on, he brings out Clarion and Spectre. But Spectre doesn't have running shot, so I don't have to worry about him. Clarion, though, has sidestep. And Tickle died already because he pushed. So on that one, he pushed to take a shot. Oh, that's what it was. He pushed to take a shot and missed with Clarion. And I was like, oh my god, I have a chance. Because he has to hit the vehicle. The vehicle's 18 defense, right? I'm like, well, if he kills it, I'm dead. 10 on 18, miss, prob, miss. I'm like, oh my god. Well, he needed an 8, fine. I'm like, okay, I think I'm in this. And I go, all right. I'm like, okay, clear with this stuff. Called in Hawkeye. And this is where I was like, ooh, this is a cool trick. Called in Hawkeye. Power action with Peggy for shield pump. Can't use deflection. Hawkeye, 4 damage on Clarion.
Yeah.
Boom. Dies.
Nice.
And then Hawkeye takes 1, whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
And then I sidestepped away behind the wall.
Yeah, the
and I look, I'm like, wait a minute. I still have Speed Demon at 80. Chameleon's 70, that's 150. I have Overdrive's 35, and I still have the round table with one more ID card.
With Black Canary.
2 more or whatever. And then I'm like, I'm winning.
Yeah.
I'm winning. He has a 130-point guy. Yeah. So he comes up and he's like, all right. So he tries to maneuver, but I just sidestep around the walls.
You just keep running away.
And then he's like, oh, so I'm like, okay. He's like, oh, you're not gonna. I'm like, no, I'm gonna attack you. You just need to wait.
Yeah.
So he comes. So then what I do is I just go, all right, taking power from
the bike.
Speed Demon runs up, put the token, run back.
Run back to the power.
Every time. I needed 9s. The whole game against him, I needed 9s.
And he can't hit you.
No, he can't ever.
Because you're gonna sidestep away.
I was like, well, look at your dial. I'm like, okay, nothing. So I'm like, I'm just gonna keep hitting. So it got to the point where he's like, okay, I'm gonna start breaking those walls. I'm like, okay, he figured it out. He's gonna break the walls. Like, shit, I can't hide. So it's cool. It was a really cool trick. I'm like, hey, we want to play a game? I'm like, fine, I'm gonna stay here. I pick willpower with Peggy because I had hit. So Speed Demon's like on click 4 now, 4 or 5.
So now he still has to stay pushing.
But because I hit him because Speed Spectre's on the last click. Mm-hmm. Last click, I go willpower, and then he's like, "Oh, you're not gonna move?" I'm like, "No, I'm gonna stay here." He has a token, and I'm like, "Let's see what you got," because she has super senses. Mm-hmm. He needs to hit her. Right? Yeah. It's 11. It's like a 10 or a 9 on the last click against her like 17 because she's on hindering. Mm-hmm. And I go, if you hit and I miss, you get your willpower back and you don't die. But if you miss on a push, you die. And I was like, let's play again. It's like
gamble.
And he goes, no, fuck that. Right. So he goes again. And
so he didn't do it.
I just kept taking shots. But he would do it. I would make it so that when he was going to take a shot, he would have a token and I would sidestep into where he could see me. And I'm like, you want to play a game? Yeah. And he's like, no, fuck that. So
sick ass finally Saw.
So finally, yeah, it was so
Saw
funny because he kept thinking about it and he goes, no.
Saw hero fix for you.
So then I was like, oh, come on, dude. If you kill her, then you win because she dies and you get your willpower. But then eventually I go, it was funny too because every time I'm going with Speed Demon, I need a 9. Right? I probably attacked maybe because it's a flurry, so I attacked maybe like 6 or 7 times. Just didn't get a 9. Mm-hmm. He's on the last click, and then I would take a shot with Peggy, nothing, and then I go, all right. So then it just so happens that Johnny comes over to watch, Aaron comes over, and Alex. They start watch. They come over, right, and I'm on my last attack, and I go, I need a 9 to win. Watch this, and I attack 9. And then the dude was like, what the fuck? And he killed him. And I'm like, oh. And so he goes, yeah, but what you didn't see was the 10 times he missed before.
Yeah.
So you guys just came right now to see. And then you rolled the 9.
That's what I needed.
It was funny. That was so fun. It was like, I like that. That's why, it was really cool to play, play like a fun game like that.
Non-competitive.
But it was still, we were still playing it right. We just, like I said, just
but there's fun. No tension there.
Because you right away.
Yeah.
You just try to make it fun because he didn't know because he was playing me. And then I cracked a joke in the beginning. Yeah. Because his first move was Pandora's. He Pandora'd power action all the way to my starting zone, almost right in front of my starting zone. And I was like, "What the fuck are you doing? Why did you?" He's like, "I'm getting up there." I'm like, "Dude, I didn't see that. I didn't see that coming because first turn he just ported." Yeah. I'm like, "Damn!" And he has stealth, so I can't see him. I'm like, oh crap, and so that's and then but I made a joke, and it was just fun. Mm-hmm. So, we went to what did we go after that? We went to went to go eat.
You guys came to the hotel we were staying at,
and then we went to Caesars.
Caesars.
You won some money.
I won some money, and then lost my winnings. Basically, played for free, had drinks for free, played some craps. So it was pretty good.
And then. But then you left at like 6.
Oh, I fucking bolted at 6 in the morning. Fuck, staying in that traffic for Vegas.
Yeah, I know that was a mistake. We went to go eat at the Grand Lux Hotel.
Yeah,
so the next day it was for breakfast.
Dude,
it was good. It was good.
Chris was it good enough for an hour and a half? Wait, 2 hours?
Dude, we don't have that kind of. You don't have that kind of buffet here.
Yeah.
Wait, so you gotta drive fucking 3 hours for shit like that. We left at 11:30. And we got back at 5:30. So yeah, but we also didn't have to fucking leave at 6 where you're fucking half asleep still. We got to sleep nice.
Yeah, that was good.
But we got to see a lot of there was a lot of like fans there. You could see who was wearing the shirts and those people wearing like 209, so you can tell they're Diaz fans, and then you can tell the McGregor ones, and then they're bringing, the McGregor fans are there, and then you can hear people talking. And I actually saw a couple of like the undercard fighters there. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's like cool. Yeah, because I'm like, I've seen that guy before, but he's like, it's like brand new. It's like maybe second or third fight in the promotion.
Yeah, prelims.
Yeah, definitely in the prelims. So yeah, it was fun, and then we drove back. It was
definitely a cool time to go to. Definitely a good time to go to Vegas, especially with the McGregor there. The atmosphere was pretty cool. Yeah. Even after, I felt bad though when I was playing craps. So it's totally a side story, but one of the guys was like, "Dude, fucking pissed because I was late." He's like, "I didn't even get to see the fight." He's like, "My flight was like 4 or 5 hours later," and he's like coming from like Dallas, and he totally missed the flight. I was like, dude, this sucks. I was like, well, by the way, Connor won. I was like, I'm shooter right now, so I'm going to roll this 7 for you. So, sure enough, me and Shane actually, dude, we were doing pretty good on. He actually won me some money. That's actually how I won money, because he's like, dude, why am I not playing with my money?
Oh, did he blow on your dice?
Yes, he blew on the dice.
And then you blew him after?
No, I blew on his dice. I blew on his dice.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So it was a pretty cool time. But yeah, other than that, I mean, that was pretty cool. I mean, sorry guys that we let Kevin win. So.
Yeah. Well, next time.
All
right. Well, that's about an hour and a half mark. We're about to be done. Yeah. So all right. So let's wrap this up. Let's see what's coming up. We have there's a couple regionals coming up. There's one in Florida, which we want to try to go to if we can.
Yeah, and that one looks like a pretty.
Or if not, there's one on I think the 17th or 24th. Mm-hmm. 17th, I think, is New Hampshire. That's a New Hampshire regional.
Yeah, I can't go down.
And then the 24th is there's a Super Q in North Carolina.
Yeah, that one I'm probably gonna try to go to that one. That one with that one we went there last time, so definitely gotta try to go back to that one.
Yeah, we will go to that one. So that's. We also have
with Chris Prime.
Yeah. So we also have just to let everyone know, we have our YouTube page that's starting to grow more and more. We're getting a lot more new subscribers. We have a lot of new content. Superhero Showdown. We have our podcast. We have videos. We're gonna have a lot more content coming up. So pay attention and just pay attention to the if you subscribe, you're gonna get all these notifications that come up. If you have any suggestions of what you want to see, we have Superhero Showdown every week, so there's going to be new showdowns every week. Yeah. And then we'll also have new podcasts every week, hopefully, and then we'll also go over there's a new thing I'm going to do is going to go over analysis of each type of team, strengths and weaknesses, and then we'll try to put more strategy and tactics, like actually onboard stuff that you guys can learn. But until then, just go to the majestixccg.com/apex-insiders to read premium content. We have free articles there. We have premium content from the top players. And if you want to subscribe or support us, help us out, it's $3 a month. You get to read some really good articles, but also you get to learn a lot of things like strategy and tactics, and then how to team build. And also, when someone's going to be, when one of our writers is going to go play, you can read what they're going to play ahead of time.
Yeah.
So,
other than that, I was going to say a shout out to Aubrey Waltman. Ran into him over there in Vegas, and real cool guy. Got to meet him. Got to meet some of the other new guys. Definitely a lot of fun. So, shout out. When I go back to Seattle, definitely going to be hitting you up so we can play some few games. Other than that, I don't know how you're going to close this.
All right, guys. Until next time, when in doubt, perplex the attack.